All right, we are here with some Noah Kahan once again. We're gonna check out the album Stick Season. I've heard a decent bit of these songs already. I'm a huge Noah Kahan fan, but I figured it'd be fun to sit down and listen to them together and kind of share my thoughts on each song. And you guys can tell me how you feel about each song. And we're about to start doing something here where we start putting polls out on the Patreon for you guys to let us know what album I should check out next by any artist, any album. Just drop, comments, put polls out. So just keep an eye out for polls that are going to come out for what album we should check out next. As always, thank you for all the support. Let's get into this. First track is Northern Attitude. I just love this guitar.
Breathing in, breathing out. How you been? You settle down. You build a boat. You build a life. You lose your friends. You lose your wife. Does it mean?
Oh, dude. It's the production on this album, from what I remember. It's so amazing. The way that everything is produced, the way everything sounds so perfect. A bunch of acoustic instruments. You do have some electrical guitars and stuff like that, but for the most part, it's a very stripped back acoustic folky album that I'm just in love with, man. These lyrics, I mean, breathing in, breathing out, how you been, you settled down, you feeling right, you feeling proud, how your kids, where are they now? Kind of reconciling with friends, and talking about how you build a boat, you build a life, you lose your friends, you lose your wife, you settle into routine, where are you, what does it mean? Just the constant cycle, living in the same place for so long, and just things become routine, and it's just the same old. This dude's writing, and the thing about Noah Kahan too is a lot of his writing can be interpreted in many different ways. Dude's a brilliant writer, man.
If I get too close, and I'm not how you hoped. Fuck if I know that attitude. Oh, I was raised out in the cold. Fuck if I know that attitude. Oh, I was raised on little light.
Ugh, it's so giant. It's so perfect. So you said, bought some shit, you search online. You're getting lost, you're getting high. All alone, late in life, scared to live, scared to die. You're just at that point, you've lived your life to the point where you're in that one spot. You've done it all. So now you're just kind of stuck in the middle there. And you're too scared to continue living because there's nothing going on. But then you're too scared to die because you're scared to die. And then we go back to the pre-chorus, which kind of wraps everything up. Just the build a boat, build a life, lose your kids, lose your wife. This dude, the writing.
Fuck if I know that attitude. Oh, I was raised on little light.
Oh, the bridge. Bring it back.
If you get too close, and I'm not how you hoped.
Just the overall production, man. How clean that bridge sounded. It's just
Fuck if I know
with the vocals in the background. A lot of that was harmonies and multiple vowels going at the same time. Huge kick drum,
an attitude. Oh, I was raised out in the cold. If the sun don't shine till the summertime, fuck if I know that attitude. Oh, I was raised on little light.
that song's amazing, man. That was track one, Northern Attitude. Yeah, what a way to kick off an album, man. Huge sounds. It really does set the theme for what we have coming. We have introspective lyrics in the midst. We have amazing instrumentals with a lot of atmosphere in them, and then his awesome voice. This dude's voice is so unique. He's got the folky sound, storytelling voice, but he's got range too. He can belt, he can do falsettos. This is gonna be a lot of fun. And I guess I should preface, yes, I'm a huge Noah Kahan fan, and I do know a decent bit of these songs. But they mean so much to me that I'd love to share them with people who maybe have not heard them yet. So if you're watching this, just know I have heard these, but the reason for recording this is because I want to spread awareness to them. Not that he needs it. I mean, Noah Kahan is very successful, but even if you've already heard these as well, why not just vibe out together? You know, if you're not doing nothing, get some snacks, just chill, throw this on, go clean, just do whatever you got to do. Just listen to some music and let's just hang out because Noah Kahan's one of my favorite artists. This next song is Stick Season, one of the biggest songs on the album. I believe this is the song that made him kind of really hit like the spotlight, you know. So, yeah.
As you promised me that I was more than all the miles combined, you must have had yourself a change of heart like halfway through the drive, because your voice trailed off exactly as you passed my exit sign.
The writing right there is insane.
Kept on driving straight and left our future to the right. Now I am stuck between my anger and the blame.
I gotta just, dude, that writing, man. He said, as you promised me that I was more than all of the miles combined, you must have had yourself a change of heart like halfway through that drive. Because your voice trailed off exactly as you passed my exit sign. You kept on driving straight and left our future to the right. The whole metaphor of like highway or like driving miles, and then like him being like, you know, she's on her path in life, but instead of taking the exit of where she was going to get to him, she just kept going straight and left their future together off to the side. Like, dude, the writing is insane.
Memories or something, even smoking weed does not replace, and I am terrified of weather, cause I see you when it rains. Vermont, but it's the season of the sticks, and I saw your mom, she forgot that I existed, and it's half my fault, but I just like to play the victim. I'll drink alcohol till my friends come home for Christmas, and I'll dream each night of some version of you that I might not have, but I did not lose. Now you're
the yodel he does, I cannot do it. I've tried covering this song multiple times, and I trashed it because I cannot do that yodel. He does it so perfectly, dude.
you that I might not have, but I did not lose. Now you're that'll have to do.
Banjo.
Oh, that'll have to do.
Oh, beautiful. That whole song is A major to E major to F sharp minor to D major. The entire song. And you don't even realize that. It's just the same 4 chords over and over and over, but you don't realize that. And it's because you're too lost in everything. The dude's writing. He's sing rapping, you know, he's going pretty fast there. So it's a normal, like, it's a common folky thing to do that quick pace, like, dream each night of some, right? Like a faster kind of singing. And then the banjo, the mandolin was in there. It was just a full mix, man. Full mix. I love this artist. You know, ironically too, as much as I like Noah Kahan, I only know this one album from him. This is the only album I've ever like sat down and listened to. I listened to a few songs because he did like some sort of performance and we reacted to that. But I know he has a couple albums prior to this that I'm not too familiar with. So yeah, if that's something worth checking out, let me know. But I know this album pretty well, and it's a pretty damn good one. If you made it this far into this reaction, I'm going to assume that you don't mind that I've heard this already. And if that's the case, thank you. Let's just vibe. This one with the mandolin too, how it starts.
How have things been? Well, love, now that you mention it. My folks still talk, but they speak in these 2-word sentences. We would say retrograde, we'd shake the frame of your car. Now I know your name, but not who you are. You got all my love, I'm still out here.
Right here.
With the pills and the dogs.
Okay, one thing that I want to point out is this line where he says, no winter coat could keep out the cold of your atmosphere. Meaning, it could be winter, it could be summer, it could be winter, I could be wearing a coat, but you're still cold towards me, right? Because he says, it's kind of like catching up, kind of. He's saying, how have things been? Well, love, now that you mention it, my folks still talk, but they speak in these 2-word sentences. I'm saying too much, but you know how it gets out here. No winter coat could keep out all the cold of your atmosphere. We once sang retrograde, we'd shake the frame of your car. Now I know your name, but not who you are. Like it's just like friends or a couple that maybe reconnected, maybe at like a diner or something, and they're kind of like catching up here. He's saying like I'm still out here with the pills and the dogs. If you need me, I'm the same as I was. Like you got all my love.
You
Like,
need
come
me,
on, dude.
dear. I'm the same as I was. It's all okay. There ain't a drop of bad blood. It's all my love. You got all my love. You burrowed in under my skin. What I'd give to have you out from me.
Ooh, that line too, man. You burrowed in under my skin. What I'd give to have you out from me. Like just a way to take a line. You know, like you crawl under my skin. You know, Frank Sinatra, I've got you under my skin. Like the way he just kind of expanded on the saying.
Well, I leaned in for a kiss 30 feet from where your parents slept.
In her room, that's, dude, like, come on. I leaned in for a kiss 30 feet from where your parents slept. Because they was in their house. In their bedroom, most likely. The parents was passed out. He was trying to raise her up a little bit. He leaned in. What happened next, Noah? What happened?
And I looked so confident, babe, I swear I was scared to death.
Yes, he was.
My hand
he said,
gripped the wheel, I smiled stupid the whole way home. It's all my love.
One more time.
You got all my love.
In the background. You hear that in the background? We're going to go back. He said, yeah. In the background, man.
You got all my love. You got all my love. You got all my love.
God, that's one of my favorites off the album. That is actually one of my favorites. What we'll do is as we go along too, I'll say which ones are like my favorites. I love every single song. There's not a single song on this album that I'd skip. There are some songs that I don't necessarily always listen to when they come on, but I mean, there's a time and a place for them, I feel. So that was track 4. Oh no, that was track 3. All My Love. All My Love is definitely one of my favorites off this album. There's a few that I'm like, if they come on, I might brush past them. Just depends on my mood, but I wouldn't necessarily call them skips. Northern Attitude's up there for me. So is Stick Season 2, but I mean, yes, I heard Stick Season a fuck ton, so it's kind of like, eh. Now, this song coming up next, She Calls Me Back. This is I think also a part of my top 3. If you guys know this one, this one's like I listen to this one a lot.
Oh,
It's
there
just-
was heaven in your eyes.
It's mesmerizing.
I was not baptized. Lost for a long time.
God, dude.
Two parallel lines. She calls me back.
Do you hear the bass? Dun, 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 dun.
Look at me and don't you lie. I could be your sacrifice.
God, I love this song.
Don't you hold your head up high. For bullshit, I do not have time.
Oh my God.
I could be an old tattoo
It's
to remind me when I get bad news. Cause if I did your edges, you lie awake restless. I still dilate 229931667. Oh, there was heaven in your eyes. Everything's alright when she calls me back. She calls me back.
it's like the little things in this song, right? So for me, it's the pacing. I love the pacing. I love that, like, the pre-chorus, does it bite at your edges, like how it's like very intense, and then the chorus comes in, oh, is heaven in your, and it's like the drums is but like a more folky way, and then you just kind of have like guitars panned out left and right, just giving you little licks left and right, and it's just full of a bunch of little ear candy elements. Is why I love this song so much, man.
If only I could wake you up. If only I could fall asleep.
Like the wake you up, fall asleep. Like, dude, the writing is insane. I'm probably gonna get annoying throughout this whole, like, I don't even want to call it reaction. I guess listening party. Cause dude, I'm telling you, I'll hold these songs so close to my heart.
All the pain I should have saved, though I was too afraid of living life in your footsteps.
that's like top 3. That's like top 3. Like, how can you listen to that song and just not get put in like a really good mood? You know what I mean? Like it's just like I said, that pacing, it's a lot of energy, catchy melodies, great vocals. Am I biased? Maybe. I mean, maybe you could say I'm biased, and that's why I'm like hyping this album up so far or so much. But nah, I mean, I really think you could show this to like anybody, and they would admit, like, oh, okay, yeah, that was a good song. Like it was just a good song. That's just Noah Kahan, man. God, I honestly like envy this dude sometimes, and I know this sounds crazy. Why am I like, I don't know why I'm like this right now. I don't know this. I'm very passionate about this. I'm very passionate here. I'm very passionate about music in general. Okay, and what makes somebody more passionate about music when they're already passionate about it is when it's something that they have already listened to and they've already cherished, right? This is an album that I already cherished. A lot of times I'm hearing new things, right? Most of, if not like 99% of the time, when we're reacting to something, it's something I've never heard before. So like you're witnessing me kind of hearing it for the first time and then cherishing it there. This is something that I've cherished for months now. So it's buried very deep into my heart, right? So I think it's like elevated in a way because I already know most of what to expect from this album because I've heard it so much. I'm like kind of anticipating, like when I'm anticipating songs is like a new feeling because normally I don't know what's coming, but now I do. So like I'm anticipating it. I don't know. Maybe I'm yapping. Maybe everybody clicked off this video already. Who knows? If you made it this far, type in the word toothpaste. I don't know. This song's called Come Over. And this writing, the writing in this one,
don't you know there's a coffin buried under the garden? Was there when we got here, be there when we leave. You won't have to guess who they're speaking about. Come over.
The nerve in the note.
Come over.
The slide, dude. I want to talk about these lyrics in this one. He says, I'm in the business of losing your interest, and I turn a profit each time that we speak. Don't you know there's a coffin buried under the garden? Was there when we got here, will be there when we leave. And my house was designed to kind of look like it's crying. The eyes of the windows, the garage is the mouth. So when they mention the sad kid in the sad house on Balk Street, you won't have to guess who they're speaking about. I'm in the business of losing your interest. Okay? The way he earns a profit in that business is every time they speak. It's just like the metaphors are insane, man. It's insane. And that scheme kind of continues. We'll get there when we get there as the song goes, but just remember those lines, man.
Words they went missing when the stock market crashed and the Dow Jones keeps falling. But I promise you, darling, with the view in the morning, you won't ever go back. Come over.
So, okay, sorry, I just had to feel that a little bit. When he said, so he went back to it, he said, I was taking the wrong meds, my house barely big enough for my family, my mouth was designed for my foot to fit in it, right? Foot in your mouth, we know what that is. Oh, the words went missing when the stock market crashed. He's in the business of losing your interest, and every time they speak is when he turns a profit. The words went missing when the stock market crashed. So when they stopped talking, he stopped making a profit because he stopped losing their interest. See what I'm saying? The Dow Jones keeps falling, but I promise you, with the view in the morning, you will never go back. Just insane writing.
My dad'll straight get rich, will be the big house on your lawn.
Right here.
Someday I'm gonna be somebody people want.
That line gives me chills every time I look.
But I'm in the business of losing your interest.
Yeah, that was Come Over. That's one of the songs where, for me, I prefer, like, the lyrics are what hooked me on that song. The melodies are okay. They still sound good. He's a great singer. It's hard for him to not sound good, right? Just like a lot of artists. If you're a good singer, you're a good singer. But the melodies just don't catch me as much as all the others, but lyrically, that one's one of my favorites. The way he just metaphors everything, and I have this theory, and I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. That the house he's talking about is his head, is his mind, right? How can I back up my statement there? He said, well, when he was kind of describing the house, he said, and my house was designed to kind of look like it's crying. So him, right? His face. The eyes are the windows, the garage is the mouth. So when they mention the sad kid in a sad house on Bulk Street, you won't have to guess who they're speaking about. Because sad kid in a sad house means sad kid, sad, is not doing so good mentally. And maybe he lived on Bulk Street. It's kind of like a metaphor for the house. That's just kind of my guess, because he says, I'm in the process of clearing out cobwebs, like trying to like restart yourself and get going, like pick yourself up. There's cobwebs because you've been down so long. Taking the wrong meds, feels good to be sad. My house is just barely big enough for my family. I'm guessing that's just like dealing with family. I'm not too sure, but that's just my guess. It's just my guess. That's just my guess. Regardless, still lyrically, yeah, an amazing song. Up next, we have New Perspective. This one's okay too. I love the chorus.
Silence is making me nostalgic. 2 sizes big, shirt in my apartment. Oh,
the only thing about this song too, and I know I'm pausing pretty early, I love the melodies. I like the lyrics too. I like the sentiment behind it. But also it's like mixed differently than the rest of the songs in the album. I feel like this song has a different production, or whoever produced or whoever helped produce it. It's a little different, and it caught me off guard at first. I don't mind it. It's just a little different, but it's a beautiful song.
Oh, silence is making me nostalgic. 2 sizes big, shirt in my apartment. Oh, we were kids, but that don't make this less hard. Little rednecks get drunk on a dirt road.
The way it
Attention deficit kids in their gym.
If you're wondering how you're getting that sound where you hear like the liberal rednecks get drunk on a dirt road, the lower part, like the lower harmony, how it sounds so big is because he recorded it twice and panned one left and panned one to the right, and then the main, like the higher harmony, is in the middle, and that's what's giving it that feeling of like it's kind of a wrapped around your head, and it's like perfect for this because it's a very stripped back instrumental right now. There's so much space for stuff like that.
Paper bags drift wherever the wind blows.
And it's just a good harmony too.
Lines full of receipts.
2, 3, 4.
Ooh, this town's for the record now. The intersection got a target.
Oh.
And they're calling it downtown. Gave me your word and now I can't pronounce it.
Let's talk about this chorus real quick. So, I'm trying to find good places to pause, but this is like hard because I love everything. So I don't know where to pause. But okay, so in the chorus, he said, "Liberal and the rednecks get drunk on a dirt road. Attention deficit kids and their gym clothes. Paper bags drift wherever the wind blows, and mine's full of receipts. Oh, this town's for the record now. The intersection got a target, and they're calling it downtown. You and all your new perspective, I wish I could shut it in a closet and drag you back down." My assumption is just like his hometown's changing, right? Like they're getting a Target, Starbucks, all this stuff. It's not necessarily, it don't feel as much like a small town as it once did, because now there's an intersection with the Target. They're calling it downtown as opposed to like a certain area. And it's like not even just like the town changing. It could just be the people or him or whoever, just the change that you kind of go through in life. Like an overarching theme in this album that I come to realize is like he's kind of like in this position for some of the songs is like he's feels stuck in the place he's at, but he also, and he wants to leave, but he also is like kind of like scared, nervous, or just not wanting to leave at the same time. So he's kind of stuck in a juxtaposition there, and it's talking about being there for so long, what it's like, and then wanting to go, and then like the goods and the bads of it. That in the background.
And drag you back down.
yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. This really might be like top 5 favorite albums I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't, and I know I've kind of just been glazing this album since we started this, but it's just that's just how I feel. This, in my opinion, this is like top 5 my favorite albums I think I've ever heard in my life. I don't know where I'd put it on that top 5, but I just know it's there. I resonate with it so much, not only sonically but also lyrically, and this album has just inspired me, so much with music and stuff, man, and not even just making it, but also just listening to it. This is just a really important album for me. This is Everywhere Everything. Solid one. I'm trying to remember. Everywhere Everything, I wanna love you too. Yeah, okay, so this one is again one of those ones where if I'm in the mood, I'll listen to it, but sometimes I might brush past it. Love the swing of it though.
Would we survive in a horror movie? Doubt it, we're too slow moving. Trust everyone we meet. We didn't know that the sun was collapsing. We cried, oh, everywhere, everything. Wanna love you to put food for the worms to eat, till our fingers decompose. Keep my hand in yours. It's been a long year, and all of our books' pages dog-eared. We write out the ends on our palms, dear.
This beautiful, like, it's not only is it beautiful storytelling, but just like atmosphere building. You know, I'm just imagining them kind of riding around while the sun's setting, and it's just a good day, and like kind of like you're having so much, like, picture this, like when you were a kid and it was summer. You know, when most schools go back to school in August, right? Or at least mine did when I was a kid. And like, you know, it's like the last week of summer, and you're out with your friends, you're having a good ass time, the sun's going down, you're just having so much fun outside, and then like it kind of hits like, dang, school's about to start back up, and I ain't gonna be able to do this as much and for a bit. That kind of hits you, but then you try your best to kind of push it down, to forget about it and just enjoy the moment, but you know it's there. That's kind of like what I get from this song, is like good times, and you both know it's coming to an end, or you know it's gotta end at some point. But you're just trying your best to not really think about it, you know? Wow.
Everywhere, everything. I wanna love you to a food for the worms to eat. I'll keep my hand in yours.
That song's so huge, man. The production on it. Again, I said earlier. Ooh, this song's sad. I said it earlier. The production on this album is so good. Like, everything sounds so perfectly put where it's supposed to go. Nothing clashes. It's so smooth, but yet it has like a hard pumping feel to it as well. It's just like, I would love to just like pick whoever's brain, pick whoever's brain. I'm not gonna make the mistake twice. I said poke before. Pick whoever helped produce this brain. Pick Noah's brain. Pick everybody's brain. How they made these sounds sound so like clean. You know what I mean? That's the best way to describe it, I feel. Everything is just so cleanly put together. This next song is very deep, and also lyrically one of my favorite lyrical song, or the way it's written, the lyrics. The lyrics, these are some of my favorite lyrics off the album, to be honest. On top of that, the melody, this is like a top tier song off this album. This is like probably again top 3 song off of my top 5 album. This is
Honey,
Orange
come
Juice.
over. The party's gone slower, and no one will tempt you. We know you got sober. There's orange juice in the kitchen that I didn't think to ask you where you'd gone.
This song is just filled with emotion, man. So, like, lyric, he says, "Honey, come over. The party's gone slower. No one will tempt you. We know you got sober. There's orange juice in the kitchen, bought for the children. It's yours if you want it. We're just glad you could visit. Feels like I've been ready for you to come home for so long." It's somebody talking to another person saying, like, "Thank you for coming over. You know, the party's not as hype as it was in the beginning. Nobody's gonna tempt you to drink. We have orange juice if you are thirsty in the kitchen. We bought it for the kids, but you can have some if you want it. I'm just glad you're here. And I didn't ask you. Feels like I've been ready for you to come home so long. I didn't ask you where you'd gone or why'd you go." And you said, now we're switching to the other person talking. You said, "My heart has changed and my soul has changed. My face has changed and I haven't drank in 6 months on the dot." And it's just so emotional.
Did you pass through from a crash back in '02? But it made you a stranger and filled you with anger. Now I'm third in the lineup.
This verse is one of the most important too. He said, "See the grades as you passed through from a crash back in '02. Not one nick on your finger. You just asked me to hold you. But it made you a stranger, filled you with anger. Now I'm third in the lineup to your Lord and your Savior." You know, because we have these two friends or whoever, like, reconciling after all these years. One of them had to leave and get sober because, you know, they were heavy into alcohol. That they got into a crash. The friends did together. And they weren't hurt, but it made them distance from each other, because it made you a stranger and it filled you with anger. Whether you were mad at yourself, whether you were mad at whoever, you were just mad. You found religion, Lord and Savior, and now you put them kind of after that. So it's like how one person deals with trauma and how another deals with trauma is two different ways. It's basically showing that, like, there's people that need space, there's people that need friendship. There's many different ways to deal with a tragic moment like that, or just trauma in general.
And my heart has changed and my soul has changed and my heart and my life has changed, that this town had changed. You had not. We all just close to you now. You didn't put those bones in the ground.
That was orange juice. Like I said, top 3 for me, man. That whole ending section is just so crazy, and it releases so much tension. That my life had changed, this town had changed, the world had changed. Don't you find it strange that you just went ahead and carried on? You know, like, from the accident, you went ahead and, you know, you just moved on from it. Meanwhile, it's tearing me apart. You weren't the one that put those bones in the ground. Oh my gosh, dude. And, like, the emotion he puts into these lyrics too, like his voice, the rasp he has in there at certain notes, the way his vibrato shakes, it just adds to it so much, man. I love Orange Juice, one of my favorites. Strawberry Wine, this is the next one. This is another one that, if I'm in the mood, I'll listen to. Not my favorite. Still a very beautiful song, though. Still a very beautiful song. Let me know in the comments how you guys are feeling so far. Let me know, like, have you heard this album before? If you have, what's your favorite songs? What's your favorite lyrics? If you haven't, what is your favorite song so far? You know, whether you want to say it now or at the end, it's up to you. But yeah. And also just kind of, like, let me know how you're feeling. I know, again, this is something we don't normally do, an album that I already know. But again, like I said, it's just something that I want to share with y'all if you haven't heard it. And if you have, we just enjoy it together. Yeah, this is Strawberry Wine.
Darling, speak to me, but don't you say a word. Light a cigarette, I'll watch it as it burns. Remember telling me that you thought you were cursed. If I could lose you, I would. Buried your bones in plywood. I said love is fast asleep on a dirt road with your head on my shoulder now. But love leaves each little runway, and every time we run straight over it.
In case you didn't, I mean, what I get is from the song is just him kind of speaking to someone who passed away, and just kind of reminiscing over what they, memories, and speaking about the person. The line that gets me is, "We buried your bones in plywood," meaning like, in a grave. I said, "Love is fast asleep on a dirt road with your head on my shoulder." That's love, fast asleep on a dirt road with your head on my shoulder. Strawberry wine and all the time we used to have, those things I miss, but know we're never coming back. For you, darling, for you, no thing defines a man like a love that makes him soft. A sentimental like a stranger in the park. For a few moments, I see you. Atmosphere. It just fades, man. That is a beautiful song too. Now, Strawberry Wine.
So I took my
This
medication.
right here, this song. Oh my god, this is like, I keep saying this for every song. This is like top tier. So Growing Sideways. We're just gonna listen to it, but it's a very beautiful track as well. Very gut wrenching too.
And then I poured my trauma out on some sad-eyed middle-aged man's overpriced new leather couch, and we argued about Jesus. Finally found some middle ground. Said I'm cured. Keep the bad shit in my liver and the rest around my heart. I'm still angry at my parents for what their parents did to them, but it's a start.
That line, "I'm still angry at my parents for what their parents did to them." Come on.
But I ignore things and I move sideways until I forget what I felt in the first place. 'Cause everyone's growing and everyone's healthy. I'm terrified that I might never have met me. So I forgot my medication, fell into a manic high. Spent my savings at a Lulu. Now I'm suffering in style. Why is pain so damn
Oh my
impatient?
gosh, man.
Ain't like it's got a place to be. And if all my life was wasted, I don't mind, I'll watch it go. Oh, if all my time was wasted, I don't mind, I'll watch it go. Yeah, it's better to die numb than feel it all. I guess I'll try.
I'm gonna be so honest. There's really not a lot to say about that one. That is just, however you take that song, I mean, I feel like it's very straightforward, but at the same time, the thing about music, and one thing about Noah Kahan too, is he does like to make things that are, at least in this album, for what I know, he has some open-endedness, but a lot of it, there's just a lot of personal experience and things he thinks about, and that's one of the most resonating songs with me on the album, for sure. That's one of the ones that I feel the most, if I'm gonna be honest. Up next, we have Halloween.
I'm drinking my days with the coastal longshoremen. They got money to make children back home. And the last that I heard, you were down in New Orleans, working your days at the print. But the wreckage of you I no longer reside in, and the bridges have long since been burned.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. So I know this one. I haven't heard it too much though. I love this melody. This. It's like very almost like a shanty. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping about that. But he said it's not Halloween, but the ghost you dressed up as sure knows how to haunt. Yeah, it knows how to haunt. Oh, because the bridges have long been burnt. The ash of the home that I started the fire in, it starts to return to the earth, meaning I'm leaving this town and I'm changing my address. I know that you'll come if you want, meaning you're always going to be stuck with me. Wow.
But the wreckage of you I no longer reside in, the bridges have long since been burned.
Okay.
In the ash of the home that I started the fire, and it starts to return to the earth.
This is wow.
But I only tell the truth when I'm sure that I'm lying, so I'm setting sail once again.
Oh. Wow. I'm gonna be honest, I forgot about that one. That must be one that I just don't come around too often. The lyrics in that one were haunting. Both, I mean, no pun intended, right? Because Halloween, but and I love how like that was really just like almost a cappella. There was instruments in there, of course, but it was very like vocally built. Up next, track number 12 is Homesick. Let's do it.
2 months since you got back, how have you been? And are you bored yet? For anyone trying to move the fuck away from hibernation, you.
This one's fire.
I would leave if only I could find a reason. I mean, because I grew up in New England, and I will die in the house that I grew up in. I'm homesick.
Okay, so we're gonna do our first pause here. So this song I take from is like him saying, you know, he's been where he's at for so long, and like he wants to get out. He needs to find a reason to. He has dreams, but he just got to make himself believe in them. He feels stuck, you know, like he said, people here still don't know the cost. They call it the Boston Bombers. He's tired of dirt roads named after high school friends' grandfathers. For anyone trying to move the F away from hibernation. It said some guy won an Olympic gold 8 years ago, a distance runner. That makes sense because this place is such great motivation for anyone trying to move the fuck away from hibernation. Basically saying he's not homesick, he's sick of home.
I'm homesick. I'm homesick.
Big ending on this one. That was Homesick again. Another top track. I love the production on that. It's very huge. It's very like anthemic feeling. And you can tell he's passionate about it, man. There's songs where you could tell he's passionate, and then you can tell there's songs where he's both passionate and like vulnerable. You know what I mean? To where like his voice is like almost like quivering away. This is definitely like an angry passion kind of like, you know, everybody knows that feeling of like wanting to go do something, whether it's productive, right? We'll just do it like that. You want to go do something productive. Like maybe you're like, oh, I'm going to go clean the garage today. But like you find all these reasons as to why you can't. And so then it gets to the end of the day, when it's too late to go do it. And now you're like, like I should have done it. I wish I want to do it. It's just that cycle is kind of where I'm feeling like, you know, he's like stuck there and he's finding all these reasons to leave, but he just keeps making excuses to not do them, essentially. Up next, we have Still.
I don't wanna say goodbye. It only falls into place when you're falling to pieces. Find love that lasts a while till you lose the reason, saying, God, I'm alive, but the whole place is quiet. And it's something that you can't place, but you can't deny it. It's like I'm still here with you. It's like I'm still here with you. I don't wanna say goodbye.
This right here, this song, I feel like really sums that up too. It's like, you know, you're torn because you want to leave, but you don't at the same time. You can't decide if you want a place in the country, at the coast. You can't stay here. It's hard to face and it feels too ugly. You light a fire inside yourself, let it burn. Stare up at a starless sky and you say, it's like I'm still here with you. I don't want to say goodbye. The whole thing that wraps this up too is it only falls into place when you're falling to pieces. It's when you gotta hit the lowest low before you can start going up, right? So as everything's kind of crumbling is when you finally can see, you know, things start to crack. You can see through those cracks, essentially. Like, okay, so that's what the other side looks like. It's a lot of inner turmoil going back and forth on what you want to do.
Past coming back with the light in the morning. Look down on myself like a patient in surgery, and I used to watch my mother move. It's like I'm still here with you.
Bring in that bass.
It's like I'm still
Bring in the bass.
with you. I don't wanna say goodbye. I don't wanna say. I don't wanna say. I don't wanna say goodbye. You know something that you can't place, but you can't deny it.
You miss something that you can't place, but you can't deny it. There's something holding you. There's something holding you there. You don't know what it is, but you know there's something. Oof. Oof. Like I said, that song I feel like is a very important song to the album for its narrative, personally. Last track of the album. Last track. I know there's a deluxe version of this album. Is it We'll All Be Here Together or Forever? But what we'll do is we're just checking out the base album here, and if y'all want us to check out the extended version, we can do that in like a separate video. We'll go through, I think there's like 7 or 8 new different, like, more songs. Just let me know if you want us to do that, or if you guys aren't a fan of like the whole checking out an album that I already know. Again, this is just really like giving appreciation to it, right? Appreciating this album. That's what this is. It's not reacting to it, it's appreciating it. That's the best way I feel like to sum it up. Last song on the base album, we have The View Between Villages, one of my personal favorites. If you know why, you know why. Let's do it.
Air in my lungs till the road begins, and I'm split in the road down the middle. For a minute the world seems so simple. I am not scared of death. I've got dreams again. And there is meaning on earth. I am happy.
Okay, I want to do a pause right here because I'm not going to pause probably for the rest of this song. This song makes me feel he's finally leaving. He's right now, like, he's in the middle of driving away. Like, he's finally getting out. He's finally doing it. He pulled the trigger. He's going. He says, air my lungs till the road begins, as the last of the bugs leave their homes again. And I'm splitting the road down the middle. For a minute, the world seems so simple. Feel the rush of my blood. I'm 17 again. I'm not scared of death. I got dreams again. It's just me in the curve of the valley. There's meaning on earth. I'm happy. This is like he's literally just started driving away. He's feeling that adrenaline rush of finally just leaving the town. That's what I feel from it.
Past Algebrook Road, I'm over the bridge. A minute from home, but I feel so far from it. The depth of my dog, the scratch of my skin, it's all washing over me. I'm angry again. The things that I lost here, the people I knew, they got and everything's still.
And the rest is just an instrumental, which is a good time to talk, I feel, for the rest. The beginning, he was finally taking that trip. He was finally taking that chance, right? He was in the middle of leaving. He was about to leave the town, leave all the memories behind. He felt that adrenaline rush in the beginning, like, I'm finally leaving. I feel young again. My dreams, they're back. But as he starts passing by road signs and bridges that he remembers, he's a minute from home, but he feels so far away already. He remembers the death of his dog there. He remembers the way his skin stretched, growing up, right? He remembers growing up, basically. It's all washing over me. I'm angry again. It's kicking in that he's actually leaving now. The things that he lost, the people he knew, they all have him surrounded. The car's in reverse. I'm gripping the wheel back between villages and everything still. That means that car, whether it's metaphorically or fit like actual, whether it's just thoughts, these are all thoughts, or it's actually happening, he's in reverse. He hit one of these little numbers. He's going back. He didn't leave. He's stuck there. He's still there. It's a callback to the previous song. Really, really well placed. Put that before this last track of the album. That song is so... If for the people who have heard this album before, they know this song, and they know what everybody's waiting for. Is that pass down to Brook Road, I'm over the bridge. When you hear that and that build, you're like, oh shit, it's coming, it's happening. This is just a front to back amazing album. Round of applause. That was the bass stick season album from Noah Kahan. Yeah, this is the first time we've ever really done something where I've checked out something that I already have heard or already know very well, too. I'm not going to title this as a reaction. I'm going to title it Appreciating the Stick Season album by Noah Kahan, because I said it before, too, like, I want to share this with y'all because of how important it is to me. So if there's anybody out there that hasn't heard this album and you kind of want to get a better understanding of me and who I am musically, the stuff I like, on my own time and all that stuff that resonates with me. Basically, it's stuff like this and a bunch of other stuff. Obviously, this is just one of many very important albums to me. I have albums that I've reacted to that are now very important to me. I have albums that I've listened to before started doing reactions that are important to me, and this is one of them. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this. If it's something like we shouldn't do anymore, or if you guys are with it, you like seeing me jam out to some of my favorite songs. And yeah, let me know what your favorite song was, what your favorite moment was, whatever. Just tell me how you feel about this album. I'd love to hear your opinion. How does this album make you feel front to back? If it's a particular song you want to talk about, whatever, just let me know in the comments. And thank you all so much for the love and support. I love every one of you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.